Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing y'all a tutorial on how to mod your Nintendo Wii. Yes, my hair is wet, I just took a shower, fresh and clean. Okay, but yeah, today I'm going to be giving y'all a tutorial on how to mod or homebrew or hack, whatever you want to call it, your new Wii or old Wii, whatever, using the LetterBomb method. So, yeah, let's get into that. So to perform the soft modding process on your Wii, you're going to need a Wii, an SD card 2 gigs or bigger, and a computer installed with Windows 10. That's what I use. You could try other operating systems like Chrome OS, Linux, or Mac, but I'm not sure those work, so I'm not going to say anything. Start by inserting the SD card into your computer and going to this website here, please.hackme.com. Now turn on your Nintendo Wii. Once your Wii is booted on, yes, I know, that area is a mess, just ignore it. You have to go to Wii Options, Wii Settings here. Actually, let me move this real quick. I don't know why I had it on the top. So, first you need to make note of your console's version number, minus 4.3U. And come back over to your computer, which has the please.hackme.com website on, and enter that in, 4.3U. The 4.3U, E, J, and K will depend on the region that your Wii console was manufactured to work in. U is for US, E is for Europe, J is for Japan, and I'm pretty sure K is for Korea. Then once you're in Wii console settings, go over 1, click on Internet, and go to console information, which I'm not going to show my Wii's MAC address. Then copy that MAC address into these boxes right here. And make sure after you put in the MAC address, which again I'm not going to put it in there so y'all can see it, you're going to click here. If this isn't checked, you're going to check Bundle the HackMe installer for me. And then there's going to be an option to cut the red wire or cut the blue wire. It doesn't matter which one you cut. Me personally, I would do red, but it doesn't matter. It's just a little joke. You can now turn off your Nintendo Wii for a few minutes. Then when you go to your downloads, you'll be greeted with letterbomb.zip. You can unzip this file using 7-zip or WinRAR. I'm going to be using 7-zip in this video. Then you're going to have another folder called LetterBomb. Then drag and drop the private and boot.elf files onto your SD card. And if you happen to already have a private folder, rename it to private old. If you powered off your Nintendo Wii, you can now power it back on. Put your SD card in the console before you turn on your Wii. Forgot to say that, sorry. Once your Wii is powered on, go to the Wii message board and you should find the LetterBomb right here. Click on it and let the magic happen. And there it is, the HackMe installer. There's just the HackMe exclaimer. What is that word? I don't know, the HackMe something. But yeah, it makes you read it for a few seconds. I think it's maybe like 30 seconds. And then it lets you continue to the HackMe installer. So here we're just waiting. Oh, there you go. Once you're in the HackMe installer, just press continue and it'll tell you to install the Homebrew channel and boot me. And actually before, there was a can be installed and can be installed for boot me in the Homebrew channel. Sometimes boot me can only be installed as an iOS on newer hardware revisions, but I guess my Wii is an older hardware revision, so it can be installed as boot me and boot 2. Navigate up to install the Homebrew channel. Yes, continue. And it will install the Homebrew channel. Success. And then click boot me. I recommend installing both boot me as boot 2 and as an iOS. If you can only install boot me as an iOS, we will have a solution for that. with preloader, which allows you to load Boot Me iOS before the Wii menu even loads. Once you're done, you can now exit the Hack Me installer, and it will take you straight to the Homebrew channel. Now we're going to make a Wii sysnand backup, and in the event of a console brick, this will help you to restore your console back to a working state. So you're going to click the Home button on your Wii, and then click Launch Boot Me. For this section, you'll have to navigate the Boot Me menu using the power and reset buttons on your Wii console. Press the power button 3 times on your Wii to navigate to the SD card. Then press reset. Never mind. Exit here. See what we have to do here. I may have to go look at this real quick. Okay, I went and looked at it, and it turns out you need to press the setting thing. Press reset on that, and then you'll be greeted with this menu. You don't need to press power anytime, so just press reset, and you'll be taken to this menu. It is now backing up your system NAND to the SD card. And if you see any bad blocks, don't panic, because this is entirely normal. Now, I've never done this before, but I do know a thing or two about it. So I think my estimate for this would be around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the speed of your Wii and the age of it. Also, I want to say something. While this is backing up your system NAND, do not press any buttons on your console right now, as this will interrupt the process and could possibly mess up something. I also do want to say something about Homebrew apps. We're going to be doing some of those later, which we'll probably be storing them on an SD card. Not an SD card, a USB stick. You can store them on an SD card if you want, but I'm just storing them on a USB stick. Mainly because my personal computer can't read or write to an SD card, so I just put the files on a USB stick, then use another laptop that can read one and transfer the files from the USB stick to the SD card. So just so it won't take as long, I'll put them on a USB stick. You might need a larger USB stick for this, because we're also going to be storing games on the USB stick for USB Loader GX, which I might cover in a different video, or I might cover it in this video. I still haven't really decided yet. It's funny how I'm deciding stuff mid-video right now. I do want to say something about the SD card size. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo Wii, if your SD card is too big, it won't support it. But I'm pretty sure the smallest that you'll need is 2 gigabytes, because I've been backing up almost the entire system NAND right now, and I don't think this is even taken up a megabyte yet. It probably has taken up a couple, but it hasn't moved in a while. It hasn't moved from it was right here, and now it's here, and it hasn't moved a single megabyte. So there's that. See, I've got a bad block right here, but it's gonna go through again, I'm pretty sure, and make that a processed block. Okay, y'all, so here it's starting to finish up the Boot Me backup. And now it's just going to go through and check everything. See, verifying backup. Press start, eject to skip, which I'm not going to skip because there's actually a bad block there. One singular bad block. Up until there, I was starting to think that my Wii was perfect. In fact, I think it doesn't really have anything to do with your Wii being perfect. I think it just has to do with the process. I'll come back when it finishes checking though. I just want to say something about the press start eject to skip. I wouldn't recommend that, because even if you have no bad blocks, there could be a tiny problem that doesn't show in the process. So I wouldn't recommend skipping the verification. Okay, it's coming up on the bad block, and it's good. It's perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's about to finish verification. There it is. Hit any button to exit, so we're gonna hit power, and there it is, the Boot Me menu. Now you see the SD card with the red arrow? That's to restore from a backup. In the event of a console brick, this could really help restore your console to a working state. press the power button 1, 2, 3 times to go back, and then press it one more time to go to the Homebrew channel. Make sure to hit reset on the Homebrew channel. I forgot to say that. Now we're going to get into Homebrew apps part. This is optional, but it's recommended to install some Homebrew apps to enhance your Homebrew experience and to protect your console from breaking. Power on your computer. Now search up on the internet, Open Shop Channel. Once you search up Open Shop Channel, click on the first link and you should be brought to oscwii.org. And this is what it should look like. Click Get Homebrew Browser, and it should start the download. Now in your downloads, you'll have a new file called Homebrew Browser _v0.39e.zip. Mine has a 1 because apparently I already have this file. Right-click on the file and unzip it either using 7-zip or WinRAR. That's the second time I've mispronounced that. Or WinRAR. Me personally, I'm using 7-zip. You'll now have a new file called Homebrew Browser. I'm not going to say that again, but it's the same thing as the zip, but without the .zip. When you open that folder, you'll have this folder right here. Now, plug in the USB drive into your computer. Wrong way, of course. If it has any non-important files on it, make sure to format it to FAT32 format. And if it does have some important files on it, just make sure to back it up to your computer. Lionel. Now that your USB drive is empty, create a new folder and name it Apps, just like this. And paste the Homebrew Browser folder into the USB drive. If you downloaded the correct files, this is what the inside of that folder should look like. You can now eject your USB drive out of your computer and remove it. Then plug it into the bottom port of the USB thing. Or if you have it turned up, I'm pretty sure it's right, but I'm not sure. If for some reason you can't seem to figure it out, just flip your Wii over for like this for a second with the SD card slot down, turn it around, and put it in the bottom slot. Turn on your Wii. Now navigate to the Homebrew channel and hit start. Okay, y'all, so upon opening the Homebrew channel and switching over to USB, it didn't show the Homebrew browser, so I'm pretty sure I did something wrong, and I'm pretty sure I know how to fix it. So you need to go into Apps, then Homebrew Browser, and take the Homebrew_browser folder, copy it, paste it into Apps, and you can delete the other one, Homebrew Browser, with the version and then E. And delete. Pretty sure I just deleted that. Try again. Okay, well. Here, I might just move it to downloads. It's keeping you from copying the folder. Cancel. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so essentially it deleted. It just didn't show the folder disappearing, so I just had to close and reopen the File Explorer, and it was gone. I'm gonna come here and take it out. Turn off the computer. Here, we're going to navigate back to the Homebrew channel and start. And would you look at that, it works. All I had to do was press 1 and go up to USB device to switch over to USB. But there it is, Homebrew Browser. So we're gonna go ahead here and start the Homebrew Browser. click load. And this is just gonna install the Homebrew browser and do some stuff. This might take around 5 minutes. So yeah, I think 5 minutes. Okay, so after a few issues, it's gonna ask you to press A to install. If you wanna install, press A, or B to skip this installation, but of course you wanna install it. And we're gonna have a few more issues here. And okay. Don't know what that meant, but hopefully I can use the Homebrew browser. But I just want to give a disclaimer. I'm not responsible for any damage done to a Wii console from soft modding. So, yeah, I'm not taking any responsibility for any damage done to Wii consoles. Okay, so once the Homebrew browser is done doing its thing, like installing, you should be met with this interface here. And actually, when it's done, you should see a black screen with white staticky lines. This may look like something went wrong, but this is actually really good because I mean the process worked. So see here, we have 5 sections here. We have demos, emulators, and I actually want to say a disclaimer about the emulators. I do not endorse any kind of emulating with games that you don't own. All games that I will be emulating, I own and have rights to. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that about them. But see, after emulators, we have games. There's a lot of pretty cool games in here. They got Sonic CD. I saw Wordle. 3D Space Cadet Pinball. You've seen me play that on my YouTube channel before. Flap Wii Bird. It's a Flappy Bird for the Wii. Wii Physics. Duck Hunt. There's Donkey Kong Jr. Voxel Craft. Kind of like Minecraft, I'm guessing. But yeah, there's a lot of fun games. And then there's media, which is like Wii MC, Wii Radio. And then there's utilities. There's like manage WADs and launch apps. SysCheck ModMe edition, whatever that is. Wii Themer, My Menufy mod, Wii Earth, USB Loader GX. We will probably be talking about that if I get it to work. Because from a previous experience, there's D2X CIOS. We're gonna need to get that also for USB loader. Wiimod Lite is also recommended, but that's for the VWii right there. I think that actually works for either. Wiimod Lite for Wii, VWii, yeah. V-Unlock, Mario Kart Wii Unlocker. Pretty sure that just finishes the game for you. Mario Kart Wii competitions, GCMM, memory card manager, Reconnect 24, mail patcher. We may be talking about Reconnect 24 in a separate video, but probably not in this video because there's a few things you have to do to get Reconnect 24. Oh, here's Preloader. We're going to be talking about Preloader here in this video. But yeah, there's a lot of good tools on here. Nintendo is... No, that's probably under emulators because it emulates GameCube. That's actually how you play GameCube games on a Wii U. But here we're actually going to come up and download some apps. We're going to get Preloader, which we're going to be talking about. Okay, there's Preloader. And you can actually update apps too. And no, unfortunately, not all Homebrew apps will work. Like CTGP Revolution isn't on the Homebrew browser. We'll get Wiimod Lite. Wii and VWii. And we'll get D2X CIOS installer. I'll actually have to go see which CIOS you have to install for the D2X. I might not do, USB loader. I might not do USB loader in this video. I might do it in a separate one. But you know, we are pretty far along in this video right now. I'm not exactly sure how far along we are, but yeah. And now we're going to get USB loader GX. No, wrong one. USB loader GX. Don't mind all this background stuff, like it's a mess right there, and then there's a poster up there, and then, yeah, it's a really mess right there. I really have to clean that off. I know. USB loader GX took up some space. I hope these aren't installing to my hold on. You install apps. I hope these aren't installing to my SD card. I think they are. Yeah, these are definitely installing to my SD card. I don't want those on my SD card. Dang. Yeah, I think Nintendo, my thing is going crazy here. Oh, I'm giving y'all a bad view here. My thing is going crazy, but here, let's look at some emulators. Like I said, I don't recommend pirating games, and I don't take responsibility for any games that are pirated by you viewers. See, we have MGBA, SNES 9X, SNES 9X RX, SNES 9X GX, Wii 64, a DOSBox emulator, DOSBox Wii, Atari, there's Pac-Man, SNES 9X GX channel installer, Sega Saturn, right there. Another Atari. Oh, there's different Atari, like Atari 2600, Atari 800. Something that has to do with Apple. Wii Apple. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yep, that's everything. Let's go up. I'm actually using this tool right here, the B button. But if you want to return to the Homebrew channel, just click the home button and return to loader. Now here I'm going to switch over to SD card to see the apps that we just installed. First, we're going to go to preloader, and okay, I just had to read something. But here, let's load preloader. Without any warranties. Authors cannot be held liable for any damage it may cause. If you do not agree with these terms, turn your Wii off. Without any warranties, set that you install this at your own risk. Okay. So press +/A to update or install preloader. Press -/Y to remove preloader and restore system menu. Restore system menu. I don't know what restore system menu means. But that probably means if you use system menu hacks, it like restores it. And then press home / start to chicken out and quit the installer. Well, we're not going to chicken out and we're going to install it. Plus. I'll come back when it installs it. Oh, it's already done. Install done. There you go. We're exiting back to loader, and preloader is now installed on your Wii. So now you can rest easy, know that if your console ever bricks, you'll have an extra layer of brick protection. To launch preloader, power on your Wii and immediately hold the reset button. And here's preloader. So you can boot to the system menu, Homebrew channel, boot me iOS, or straight to the disk channel. this one you can actually use your D-pad. And under system menu hacks, there's actually some useful stuff like move disk channel, which I'm gonna enable. And there's region free everything. But I recommend, if you don't know what some of these mean, go search up on it and enable it if you want. But to save settings, I'm pretty sure it's plus. No. Maybe it is 2, 1. A, no. B, yes. No. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, I scrolled all the way down again, and to my surprise, it lets you save. So now under system, okay, yeah, move disk channel is now enabled. Okay, so now to go back to system menu, you can just click system menu. And here we're actually gonna try here to move the disk channel. And look at that, you can move the disk channel now. So yeah, that's pretty useful stuff like that. And I wanna show y'all something. I think, yeah, the LetterBomb is still there until you delete the private and boot.elf, which I think I'm gonna leave them. Oh, I'm like not giving y'all a view. I'm going like that, but yeah, it's still there. If you click it, it'll take you to Hack Me installer. So I'm gonna keep it right there in case I want to access the Hack Me installer. Well, that concludes this longer tutorial today of how to mod your Wii, which I'm gonna do some other apps like D2X, the iOS installer, the USB loader GX, and other stuff like that in a separate video, because this video is already long enough as is. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.